XRP to 10,000. I'll say it again. Yes, me and chat have worked it out. Many people do not understand it, and I'm glad to explain it to you, okay, how I got to that point. Many is notes, so I have to read it. I apologize. But there's plenty of people that really just don't understand the utility or its potential. Even so-called gurus, like this guy Alex Popovic. Yesterday he was going off saying he couldn't understand my pricing, but he doesn't know anything about XRP. See, he's a Solana guy, and he's still crying because it came down from 250 to 90. So he thinks nothing else can go up. He doesn't know about real-world assets and tokenizations, and he was talking about it like I didn't know what I was talking about. That's why I'm going after him as well as trying to teach it to you others that really don't have a good enough opinion based on facts. So let me give you some, please. Okay, so let's get over Alex. So this is how I determined my price with ChatGPT. You can read it all up here, all right? So after I explain it to you, you'll be able to draw your own price. If you don't believe mine, that's cool, but at least you're gonna have knowledge of where I got my price from and what you can look into so you can draw your own conclusions, okay? So it's not about a hype, it's not about a cycle, it's about people think XRP is competing with crypto coins. It's not. It is competing with the entire financial system, the old, antiquated, 50-year-old system. And people are limiting what XRP can do and what it does. Like that clown Alex, he's in it for 5 years, the crypto space. Just don't listen to people who call themselves gurus, but meanwhile, they only like Solana, and they think they know everything. I've spent 1,000 hours studying XRP. I can guarantee you he didn't. And I don't even want to go back and forth with him anymore with the mouth, because he started this crap. But listen, if you want to put up money where Solana will be in 6 months and XRP will be, DM me, please. Okay, so we don't have to do this yapping stuff, okay? I apologize. So let me just give you 12 areas, 12, that XRP can produce volume. That's what makes the price jump dramatically in a short time. Global payments. You see, he couldn't get this. Right now, cross-border payments and the FX is 5 to 7 trillion a day. And what I said was, if they get a certain piece, being conservative, I feel they'll get more. But I'm just saying, listen, you just give it whatever kind of percentage of that 5 to 7 trillion. You have to know it's getting something because it's better than anything else, including Solana. Nothing else can do it and change the FX currency. I don't want to get too deep level on people who do not understand much about XRP, okay? But there's also the banking liquidity. Right now, in the old system, there's $27 trillion left around the world so the banks can do business. They get that money back when they use XRP. They'll have on-demand liquidity. So the banking system, they're loving it. Stable coins, they're exploding stable coins. If you don't know what that is, it's a digital dollar. How's XRP doing in that one? Great, they're exploding. $1 billion in just the first year, way faster than anybody else. They say that's gonna be trillions of dollar marketplace. So you wanna give me a percentage of that? You put in your own number. That's why I'm saying if. You put it in, whatever you wanna say. Oh, I think it'll do 1%, 2%. Meanwhile, it's exploding. But you give it a number, they say it's going to be worth the trillions, you have to give it some kind of volume. That's what I'm saying. Are you with me, Alex? I don't want to go too fast for you. All right, so tokenized real world assets. Larry Fink says it's going to be a $1.25 trillion marketplace. He is, if you don't know, the largest money manager in the world at BlackRock, okay? Now, right now with tokenized assets, well, XRP Ledger is doing awesome, and they're expanding at a tremendous rate. Do you want to give me a piece or a number of what you think they'll do of the $1.25 trillion? I don't care. Give me a number. It's going to be in trillions, right? Or you don't believe that? Well, you can already see that BlackRock's using them to do tokenized treasuries as well as other banks and institutions using XRP. So I don't want to make this too boring and go over too many things, but the stock market, it settles, right? I think it's 7 trillion a day, 6 trillion a day. That's coming to Nasdaq's coming to the XRP Ledger. Did you forget about that there, Alex? To add that in for your, what are they going to do with that? Oh, they're only going to get a portion. And again, if they just get a conservative amount, that's what I'm saying. Let's do it conservatively, man. That's what I'm saying about the if, okay? But you talked about me like I was an idiot that was just saying if. No, it's not if. It is a matter of fact that they're doing real world assets. It is a matter of fact that they are doing stable coins and all these other things there, Alex, or anybody else who doesn't know anything about it. And for that matter, anybody who's willing to say like Bitcoin will do better, it's all hot air. If you want to place a wager with me on the rate on your investment as opposed to XRP, please DM me, man. Let's stop with the nonsense and the talk and the chatter. Put your money where your mouth is, or it's just hot air, okay? So the other things that we could talk about is the derivatives market. Is that big? Well, that's pretty big. Up to maybe $2 quadrillion worth in derivatives. Are you telling me they're not gonna get a piece of that either, Alex? Because they do it cheaper and faster than anybody else and the currency, baby. Stick with me, Alex. I'm not gonna be here much longer with this. Government, they wanna do digital currency, you know, like payments for taxes, welfare. Corporate treasuries are going to be using it and are using it. Lending and DeFi. Did you know about that stuff? Probably not, because you're stuck in Solana, choking on it from $250. Right now, you think everything else sucks. XRP's never going to go anywhere, and you don't know anything about it, man. You don't know the utility. Okay. We can also talk about the digital identity they're going to be using and the energy markets. I can go on for a while. I don't want to bore you to death. But the next time somebody opens their mouth and tells you where XRP is going to go, find out if they know about real-world assets, tokenization, stable coins, cross-border payments, FX, all the other things. See if they know any of this, or they're just talking like Alex out his ass.